1982, one of the most franchised companies to ever exist was created by a former Apple employee, Trip Hopkins, who used to be somebody who supported the artists, the developers, has now become one of the most controversial companies that publishes games today. Let's take a journey through their history to find out how we got here for real. And is there a way they can grow the respect of the gamers, get the respect of the gamers back? So let's discuss EA on today's episode of Skorne's Lair. Welcome, Scumbag Steve.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good, man. It is good to be here. One second. It's great to be here for episode 6. We're going to kind of throw another developer episode at our fans here. We don't have much news. We have a few things. I haven't actually looked at our news thing. But, yeah, this episode's going to be basically about hate. Not all hate. I love EA. But I don't love EA anymore.
Yeah. They have a couple darling gems shining in the shit.
But we're talking about a company that literally used to, like, and especially in the 80s and 90s, especially in the 90s. Well, I guess late 80s, early 90s, supported like the underdog developers, right?
Yeah.
Like, would give almost anybody who they thought was worthy a chance to shine, and like they're not EA's games, like would allow them to make their own games. That's why we had good EA games. That's why they have great developers under them now, is because they had a relationship with these people, and now, you know, they want to monetize everything. And I mean, to be fair, Trip Hopkins left in the early 90s, and then they continued to have success until like 2010 or something, right?
Yeah, there's some great games in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, man. We're talking like Amped era and shit like that, right?
Yeah, Amped. I think Skates EA too, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I hope I'm correct there.
I think you're right. Well, I'll try to correct it if I.
Yeah. I know The Sims.
The Sims. I loved The Sim Herbs. Like, that was one of my favorite games in the mid 2000s. I mean, we had on DS. We played on PS2 a lot. You know, like, it was fun.
Yeah. You know, you got like you got Dragon Age with BioWare. Great games there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they bought BioWare in the mid 2000s, and
there's a lot of franchises that are successful in EA now.
Right, Dragon Age.
You know, I feel like with me, all things run back to Nintendo in a way.
It's true. Or Sega, even with them. But
well, I like how Nintendo doesn't bring a franchise forward until they have a new idea. If you know what I mean with that. Like, most recently, Mario Golf, right?
Right.
That has a completely new gimmick, if you will, where, you know, now you tee off, you hit the ball, and then you race your other competitors to get to the ball. You can knock them out of the way, and the more time they spend, the less score they're going to have, or the more score they're going to have. It's golf. But
yeah, right.
You know, stuff like that. And that's why they haven't brought F-Zero back or Star Fox yet, because they don't know how to implement it yet. But when they do, it's going to be its one of a kind, standalone.
And like F-Zero couldn't really stand out these days because it would be really easy for somebody to duplicate it, right? Like back in the day when it was on the NES, it was
SNES.
SNES, yes. NES would be crazy for F-Zero.
Oh, no.
SNES, it was almost impossible for them to duplicate without basically making F-Zero.
Right.
Especially
I know
that fast speed game.
there's a couple of those
Clones and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I have one for the PSP. It's called like Hypershift or something, or
Yeah, I know Mario Kart was
A couple of
intended to be a clone of F-Zero until they realized that they couldn't do multiplayer at that speed. Like the console just couldn't handle multiplayer at that fast speed. But I mean, like, the reason I say Sega is because we have our yellow carts, right?
yeah.
Like, this is kind of where EA got their like foot into. Well, I want to say foot in the door, but like this is where they proved that they aren't going anywhere, right? They were like,
They were pretty
"Fuck
big on
you,
the Genesis.
Sega." Yeah. They literally shoved a foot up Sega's ass and were like,
Well,
"No,
yeah.
we're not paying your ridiculous fees. We're gonna make our own games." And then they won their court case when Sega tried to, like,
Well, look, and then Sega returned the love with their 2K Sports Dreamcast.
yes, yeah,
It was bundled with sports on that, and they had their own black console, and it's sought after now. It was definitely sought after. Well, by Sega fans, it was sought after.
Right.
Sony and Nintendo fans could not give less of a shit about them.
yeah. No,
That's why we don't have a Sega now.
I wish we did, man.
I wish we did too. We need more competitors on the market.
When isn't there a rumor like a year ago that Sega was gonna come back and release a
Yeah.
console?
I guess we'll know here coming up soon. E3's coming.
That's fair, yeah.
That'd be the place to drop the news.
Yeah, we'll try to do our reaction to that one. Yeah, I mean, but like so EA. Let's see, we're talking literally 80s, early 80 to 90, 91.
Right.
Trip Hawkins was in charge. He left in 91, and that whole time, they were publishing for other developers. It wasn't until like 80, 88, 86 or something like that. I don't remember exactly which game it is, that they developed their first game under EA, right?
Right.
And then now we have EA Sports. EA Sports. EA Sports. EA
It's the game.
Sports. Yeah, I mean, okay, and this is 90s, right? We're talking 90s here.
Yeah. And I remember growing up playing a lot of EA.
Yeah, we talked about it before we did the podcast. My first EA Sports game as a kid was 2005, Madden 2005. Yeah, it was Madden 05. My grandparents had it on their computer, and when I went to go to Missouri to see them, that's how I would kill time. Is Madden 05.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I remember wanting to like go back home and get it on my computer.
I'm just gonna pull a wiki up here real quick because I'm not too familiar with that era.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. We're talking 2005. That's like
I'm just trying to remember.
Thunder Bionicle game.
Oh, sure. They made SSX. Yeah.
Yeah.
Need for Speed. I'm there.
Speeds.
I'm there all Need for Speeds.
Man, like, yeah, this is like. I mean, there's some bad games in here too, right? We have Everything or Nothing from 007. Everything or Nothing, like.
EA was always able to get big names, big music, artists, everybody in on it. This is one thing I always liked about them. Like I see here, Def Jam, Fight for New York. I love that game.
Yeah, great game. I've never played
a great game.
but I've seen a lot of people play it, and it's a very highly recommended game.
Yeah. Of course, Battlefield.
Yeah. They made the Harry Potter games. They made Medal of Honor games.
Medal of Honor.
Skate.
Yeah, I was pretty sure they made Skate. I was actually just playing Skate not that long ago on the 360.
Yeah.
Talk about a heavy hitter opener, dude. Like the Skate
Fortress?
games, they go all out. I don't think they made TF2. That's the same guys that make Paladins, right? The High Res Studios.
I think they might have made Team Fortress.
Did they help publish it? As the real question.
They might have published Team Fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made Theme Park. Okay. Anyway, yeah, like that is great. That's like an era that I will always be fond of from EA because that's what made me expect great things from EA.
Yeah.
It made it like I held them to a level on their content other than
Wow.
their sports titles. Like
They own Tetris now?
really? Wow.
Wow.
I mean, Tetris Effect is super fun. Tetris 99 is really fun. So
What a title pickup.
yeah,
Oh, they helped Steam with Left 4 Dead.
bro, Army of Two.
Yeah, Army of Two. Of course, Army of Two, dude. Great games there.
Oh, I didn't realize that was EA.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then we come out of this era and into the era of 2007 to 2013.
Scrolling, I'm not seeing anything I like yet.
Yeah.
Oh, A Way
It's
Out.
good games.
A Way Out.
Games. I think that's
That was
like
fun.
A Way Out. Yeah.
They published that. They didn't develop that.
That didn't really. I guess. Okay. So let's talk after
Ooh.
2013. Let's talk 14. Let's talk 2010s, like 2010 to 2021.
I just read Anthem by BioWare.
Yeah, game.
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh.
That's terrible. That's disgusting.
I mean, there's okay. I'm gonna go through this list. Let's see if we got all the FIFAs, NBA Jam.
No, sir. I don't know what you mean by all the FIFAs.
I'm sorry, FIFA. Is that better? That's all the same game anyway.
It is, yeah.
Oh, but there's FIFA Manager. You can manage your.
That might be better to play. Why isn't that built into FIFA?
I guess
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Why isn't that built into them?
Is it? It probably is, right? Franchise mode or something like a franchise.
I would hope it would be.
Yeah.
Now they have like FIFA 21 and a half, and
I guess what are their good games now? Like Battlefields, which aren't really my kind of game, but
yeah,
pretty good, right?
I'd say they're a good game.
They're a really big mobile developer now. They develop a lot of mobile or publish a lot of mobile games, right?
Yeah, they do.
Like Bejeweled and shit like that.
Let's here's the poll here. Here's the poll question. Who's scummier? EA or Activision as a publisher?
Maybe Activision, because Activision can target children better, right? Like with Stick Skylanders, for example. You know?
Yeah.
There's not really microtransactions, but in a way, the figures are the microtransaction. At least you're getting something for your money, but like, but then there's EA with Battlefront 2 controversy, when they literally made it so you couldn't play your favorite characters without. I mean, like, it might as well have been impossible to play your characters without actually paying for the
You're
credits.
talking about Battlefront 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one, obviously.
Yeah. You know, there seems to be a curse with the Battlefront games because they only ever make two, and the third one always gets stopped in development.
Yeah, fair, right? Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a third one, man.
No.
Excuse me.
No.
I don't think there's gonna be a third one.
I think it's good for the Star Wars franchise now that EA has lost their solo rights to making the games.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dog on EA like the entire time because they do have some good titles.
I mean, yeah, we like their Star Wars titles for the most part. I do like Squadrons. You know, I think that's EA.
Yeah,
I'm sure they publish
Squadrons is great. That was an EA game, yeah. They just need to.
Their UFC titles are pretty good.
They need to go back to making games for the gamer, and not for their like capitalistic gains.
Early 2000s. Now it's literally about monetizing.
Yeah.
Monetizing to make money. That literally like to grow as a company, even though they're already like the biggest. I mean, to be fair, like it's still cutthroat, and there is a chance that EA could just be gone tomorrow if they didn't do this shit. But
yeah,
but maybe. It's not. But as gamers, we would buy into them more. At least my belief is that we would buy into them more and buy their games more if we trusted them.
Yeah.
If we actually thought, hey, you're going to do the things that I want from my publishers. You're not going to harass me with extra charges and, stuff like that.
But, as I said before, Activision's kind of the same way.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I mean by cutthroat, right? Like, if they didn't do this, there's a chance that they would just be overtaken by these other companies, that Microsoft would be buying EA.
Yeah. I was just
when
going to
they
see
are
her.
releasing good games. Like, we love Jedi Fallen Order too. That's also a great game.
They have yet to announce their involvement in E3 as well, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Which is surprising to me.
I would be
because they
surprised.
just had that Mass Effect trilogy come out, right?
Yeah.
The remake trilogy.
They've got games to announce too, like Dragon Age, Star Wars, next Star Wars, the next Skate game. They've kind of talked about the next Skate game.
That is weird to me. They're not even there under BioWare yet.
Right. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get a new Need for Speed. Although, like, the Need for Speed franchise is one of those like overplayed franchises too, right? Like, we've had so many great Need for Speeds just for the last 10 years to kind of be garbage. Like,
and Need for Speed plateaued a long time ago.
Yeah, they should have stopped in like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
2013 or so, probably.
Need for Speed Most Wanted, dude. It's perfection.
I love that game. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's only because I grew up playing Carbon, right? And I loved Carbon, but I loved
Underground was great.
That Underground was awesome. I had was Underground? I had the one where like Pro Street. I liked Pro Street.
Yeah, Pro Street. I remember playing the Shift games too.
Yeah.
That was more of like the actual like NASCAR style racing too.
Which they made all the NASCAR games too, so it's not like any wonder that they are good at that kind of game.
Yeah.
They've been making them since the mid 90s. In fact, this is EA right here, NASCAR 2000.
Sure, yeah.
The 64, like.
One thing that I don't like about them though in their racing games is they don't come with steering wheel support. It's always a patch afterthought.
Yeah.
And I love playing with a racing wheel.
Right, you were talking about even setting up like a station for just that.
Yeah.
You used to have one, but set up.
Yeah, I didn't have the screen and console like all implemented like I wanted to, but
yeah, future dream.
It's just sitting on the other side of the desk. You can actually see the wheel right behind.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no space anywhere else for it right now.
I mean, it's pretty massive, right?
Yeah, it's a big setup.
Which is awesome. It's like an arcade machine, basically.
Yeah. It's what I wanted out of it. It's simulation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to. Just the space, man. I'd have to have an arcade room. Like a room literally. It's just arcade room.
If I was gonna go all out, I'd get one of those like real. It's upward, and then as you turn, the seat that you're in actually moves, actuates. I think that would be intense.
That'd be really insane. Like when you're like, say you're playing dirt, right? And as you're like hitting the ruts, you're
hitting
bouncing.
Jumps, yeah.
See, but like, why aren't they releasing games like Dirt 5? Like Dirt 5 is a great game, right?
Yeah. Dirt games are really good.
We're big fans. Like, if we're gonna go arcade, since that's kind of more of where they are at. I love Forza Horizons. Like,
yeah,
I haven't played the latest one, but I love the first three.
Yeah, the Forza games, they are now my epitome of my love for Xbox. Nothing else is coming out of Xbox right now that's like, I need an Xbox.
Yeah.
Mostly everything you can get on PC now.
Yeah, that's true. Like I would say that I'm a big, like, I would love to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I could play it on PC. I'm literally just waiting to get a HOTAS before I really dive into it. Same reason I really dived into Squadrons, but
yeah, I need to try the VR too.
Yeah, Squadrons in VR would be awesome, man. Especially if you had a flight stick. Like
Hmm.
that would be so cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the next things I should get is VR. Because there are some
I need to get a
games.
flight stick. Yeah.
Flight simulator in VR would be great. I don't know that it
Even
is
going
in
back and
VR,
playing
but
Ace Combat would be cool.
yeah, totally.
You know, dogfighting and yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that I would love to check out. Boneworks, a game from I don't know if you remember what's his name from the guy that helped Freddie W back in the day, Freddie Wong.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember his name.
I'm
Brandon.
aware of Boneworks.
Yeah,
It's literally like a VR.
physics simulator basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing what VR can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it's from guys that I used to love watching in high school. So, or from one of them, he helped develop it. You know.
Yeah.
So like it's like games like that I would really love to check out. Is there any good, I guess, besides Squadrons, is there any like major titles from EA on VR?
There's a Medal of Honor
Oh, is there?
that I heard didn't do well when it first released, but they may have fixed it by now.
Yeah, that would be.
I remember seeing it at the Game Awards, and I was like, "Holy, that looks amazing!"
I've always been waiting for that AAA first-person shooter, multiplayer first-person shooter in VR. Yeah, because
Yeah.
especially if it has like support for those like I've seen 3D printed like guns, you know, where like you actually
Sure.
can it keeps it aligned so you can feel it against your shoulder, feel like you're aligned and shit. You know, like once you start getting that and you have like a good 10 by 10 area and that you can move around in, talk about like immersive gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you start looking at like full motion tracking and stuff too. When you have the sensors in the corners of the room, and then
Yeah.
it actually picks up your leg movement, and
Yeah.
you can actually crouch.
Crouch on your own,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
behind things and like lean out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking insane.
I think that most likely, if they aren't already, I'm sure it's highly classified. I bet the military is going to use that as a simulation.
Yeah.
Before you go into combat, they
There's probably already
probably already
like,
exist.
and even if it's not, it's in the way like, do you remember those like warehouses, those VR warehouses that got
Yeah.
laid out? It's probably in like that style where they have like walls set up and physical objects set up in the same place they are in the realm. So like you see an apple on the table, you can pick that apple up. Like it's actually there in the physical world too, right? And then they can have like bad guys come in, and you can actually kind of feel the heart pumping action of being in a live firefight.
That'd be cool.
God, that would be really. I mean, great training, right?
I
Great
get why
training.
people like airsofting now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah, I do too. Yeah, I don't do it myself, but Kevin, who we had last week, he's really big into airsofting, and I mean, yeah, it's super fun. The tactics, right? Learning the tactics of actual infiltration, of
Yeah.
defense, protecting yourself, protecting your teammates, those kind of things. Like that's super valuable for anyway, but like even just fun.
I had a paintball gun when I was younger.
No, never.
You know,
Did a little airsoft with cousins, but nothing serious. Got some
Yeah, there's a-
bruises on my thighs, but
there's a big financial thing in going into new hobbies like that.
tell me about it.
You know,
I know a thing about. I know a thing or two about getting new hobbies.
and you know,
Very
gaming is a very expensive hobby too.
Yeah, I mean, say you like had never been a gamer and you want to get into gaming right now. Your best bet is to get a Switch or a
Yeah.
Series S, and that
Oh, Game Pass, sure, for the Xbox.
Series S, yeah, for sure. But like, I
Yeah.
mean, price range even, right? Like, that's still $300 investment. You can get a Switch Lite, but like, still $300. By the time you're talking games and crap too.
I'm not aware. I don't have a light. I might get one eventually.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of how much space it actually has on it. On how much, like, because then you start buying SD cards rather than games.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't imagine it has a large internal storage.
I wouldn't think so.
20 gigabytes at the most, probably.
Yeah, and that's two games if they're, you know,
Yeah. Because they expect you to
need-
buy an SD card.
you need space for save games. You need space, everything.
I mean, like the new Xboxes, they almost expect you to get external or
You
a
know,
replacement internal, right? They have that like M.2. Well, it might just be an SSD slot on the Series X, but like the PlayStation 5 has a slot for an M.2 slot, an M.2 hard drive, like. So they almost expect you to have to upgrade your storage in the future.
yeah.
They haven't even unlocked like you can't right now buy a PS5 and plug an M.2 slot. They haven't even unlocked it yet. So right, like they're planning on in the future you needing a 2 terabyte SSD. Like
Which they're gonna brand. It's gonna have to have software on it.
I don't know. They might
I think they
like
will.
partner. I think they'll partner with like Western Digital or something, but I don't
Yeah.
think I think it'll be able to be any
Eventually, it will
M.2,
be.
but you'll like plug it in and it will format it to whatever formatting it needs on PS5, right? So like it'll be
Yeah.
formatted whatever.
Probably just be FAT32.
I would hope, but if it's not, like they might want to avoid you being able to plug it into a computer and transfer data off of it.
Yeah, that's okay. So I've been doing a little extracurricular activities with an old Xbox 360, and like there's programs you can get that can actually read them.
Yeah.
But the content folder is completely hidden. Now, I'm sure that's how PlayStation Sony will do it too.
Exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can just open it up and look, and it'll look like a blank hard drive otherwise.
Okay. So it's just like protected.
It's all encrypted.
Encryption. Yeah.
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 Give it time.
Yeah. There's always a scene. There's always a homebrew scene that's gonna fix it.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it when 10 don't.
That's good.
Gotta adopt the old Sega.
Yeah. Right. Sega logo.
Yeah.
That's good. So to bring it back to EA though, like we kind of wanted to talk about this because we want to join in on everybody else's hate too. We also wanted to be like, is it gonna change? I mean, like they fixed Star Wars Battlefront 2, right? They got rid of the microtransactions and basically gave you every character from the beginning. Now you just have to upgrade them over time, and you can't really buy your way into being good at the game. You have to play it. But like I mean, The Sims is still awful. There's still like an expansion every other week.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a Sims player, but I used to be like back in Sims 2 day. I love playing The Sims 2, and I always wanted that expansion, right? Like I always wanted that expansion.
The herbs is always great.
Yeah, the Earth didn't have any expansions, I don't think.
No, you got what you paid for.
Yeah, and then like Sims 3 is awful. Sims 4 has already so much. I'm pretty sure there's a Star Wars now that they have the Star Wars license. There's a Star Wars Sims 4.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, where you can be like Ren and stuff.
Okay.
Unlock the droids.
Yeah, I never played The Sims past herbs. I know The Sims 3 was, like you said, heavy on the not necessarily the microtransactions, but DLC.
Microtransactions, yeah.
It's
but
DLC.
It's like pointless DLC. It's like things that you should be releasing for free.
Be a vampire for $9.99.
$9.99. You're talking $29.99 a lot of times, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like there is a lot of content in those packs usually. Usually you
Did
get
they
new
release?
maps, you get new character skins and shit. But
did they release an edition at the end of all of it that has everything?
maybe digitally.
Hmm.
I don't know that there's a physical version, but maybe.
That's one thing. Like Bethesda will make the game of the year Skyrim, and it'll have all the DLC.
Yeah.
Or the Legendary Edition.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Game of the Year edition stuff. I was actually thinking about that with remember the other day you were a little upset about not being able to get DLC for something?
Yeah, Soul Calibur 4
Right.
for the PlayStation 3.
And I was like,
or
if
Xbox
that had
360.
if that had a greatest hits version or a Game of the Year version for 360, then you would be able to have that DLC, right? It would have that with it included. And like, so I don't really have a problem. I started thinking about that as a game preservationist. I don't have a problem with companies releasing Game of the Year editions, or I guess I see a lot of times like publishers, not really developers or anything, but yeah, because now I can have the DLC 10 years down the road when I can't download it off of the and I can't buy it anymore.
That's if the DLC's worth it.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like Dragon Age, right? I would love to have
sure.
Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is one of the great
Yeah.
games. Skyrim's a good greatest hits game or game of the year, whatever I think that one's game of the year.
A lot of Bethesda.
A lot of Bethesda, eh?
EA Dragon Age though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean though.
It's BioWare, but
yeah, but whatever EA says, BioWare does.
Yeah.
I absolutely I like the Mass Effect games from BioWare.
But collector's edition, go.
EA bought them, and oh no, we talk about that in a second. EA bought them, and they made Andromeda. I hate Andromeda. Yeah. We talk about hate. I played. I give it a chance. I played like 4 hours of the game. I uninstalled the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not good.
Never again.
It's definitely not good.
No, Mass Effect was made to be a single player, story driven. Your choices matter, like Fable, RPG. And when you mix in 3 other people and you make it into a zombie survival game, essentially, like Left 4 Dead, or Call of Duty zombie style, no, that's not what it was made for. Know your audience. Know your fucking audience, EA.
I hope you know you have to capture gameplay for that now.
God damn it. I won't do it.
I won't do it. That's all
I'll
right.
get you a trailer. I won't do it.
Exactly. All right. I mean, yeah, I love, but like.
Let's talk about the Collector's Edition.
Okay. Yeah, Collector's Edition.
I already have it for the PS3.
I mean, it's not remastered or anything, but it's all 3 of the games.
I already have it for the PS3.
Yeah.
All in one case.
Yeah. No, but it's not like this is remastered and does that one have all the DLC too?
Yeah.
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 But I'll grab it if you want.
Go buy it for
$60.
$60. Go ahead. But
I'll grab it. Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Go ahead.
Well, go buy it for $60 again, though. Why not? Okay, but I believe it's because there's a new Mass Effect coming out, right? They're releasing Mass Effect 4 like next year.
Sure.
So let's hype the game up again. That's gorgeous, honestly. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on the PS3. I wish I had the sticker still on how much I paid for the fucking thing.
$1.
It wasn't $60, I tell you that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Well, I mean, the cool thing about this is the only way to play 1 on the PS3.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it was originally an Xbox exclusive.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll just leave it here. We're talking about BioWare and EA.
When did that come out? What year? Does that have,
Yeah, let me see here.
Did that come out after EA?
I don't know. No, it's branded EA on the fucking thing.
Yeah, so it's EA. So So EA made that
2012.
no longer as exclusive, basically.
2012.
Damn you, EA. You
Yeah.
could have made that Xbox game worth something.
Right. Yeah, there's all the DLC built into it. Play as Shepard and get your freak on with the aliens.
So then I'm going to go the same play as the next BioWare game, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, okay.
Did EA
I think
ruin that game?
Inquisition. I played it for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that's that bad. I don't think it compares to Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2.
I really liked 1.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins is like
I played 1 a lot.
Game ever.
Yeah.
I have the 1 and 2 pack. I don't have it here. It's back in Iowa, but
I never realized how much I liked that style of game. And now that I'm older and I look back at them,
I would play it again.
like, yeah, dude, Mass Effect, KOTOR, Jade Empire, like I love those kind of games, dude.
For those of you who don't know, KOTOR is Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. Now we have Divinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, Divinity Original Sin was pretty good.
Bro,
I was playing that for a while. My roommate.
If anybody would have came up to me when we were younger and tried to get me into D&D, I would have been fucked. I would have been right in, dude. I know it now.
We never really had that push, right? We were playing Halo and crap. Like it was just you and I really like doing stuff. We weren't trying to be nerdy with other people.
I would have been sucked right in.
Yeah. So I have a thing that I think we should do right now. We've been wanting to do this for a couple of weeks, but we keep pushing it off. I think we do the new segment.
Okay.
If you feel like you have enough hate for EA right now. Well, it's not EA we're gonna do this about, is it? It's right.
No, I don't have it about it yet.
That was one of the ideas, but this whole episode's kind of a rage quit. I just gave it away for for EA. So
yeah.
But that's the new series. That's the new thing we're gonna do. We're gonna do a series.
It won't be a weekly thing.
It probably won't be a weekly thing, but anytime we can really have some hate, one of us is gonna. In fact, why don't you just? Why don't you let them know what makes you rage quit?
Well, you know, I have a hard time. I have a couple things, but I think I have one that's really hitting close to home right now. And in order for me to let it go, I have to tell a little story first. Okay? I'm a game hunter. I like getting a deal. I love collecting games, as you can see. I love it. What's one of my favorite things to do? I go to Goodwill. I go to Salvation Armies. I go to thrift stores. I like to go to pawn shops. I went on a little trip to a larger city. I live in a very small community. I drove an hour and a half one way, mind you. Went to a couple thrift stores. You know, I didn't really find anything good that day. That might also fuel the anger a little bit. I stopped at this pawn shop. Okay, people? I stopped. It's called Easy Pawn. Not sponsored. Walk up to this game wreck, right? Looked like this fucking thing hadn't been touched in weeks. I'm talking dust. I'm like, what's going on here? There's some solid titles in here. A couple DS games. The big ones I saw was Pokemon, Sword, In Case, Let's Go Pikachu, Loose, and Pokemon Sun Loose for the 3DS. So I turn to the gentleman behind the counter and I say, how much are your games? He goes, well, we go based off Amazon. I said, deuces, motherfucker. Why the fuck would I go to a physical brick and mortar store for a fucking game if I could get it for the same price on Amazon? Go fuck yourself. Why? You don't go to a pawn shop to pay premium retail. Somebody probably stole the fucking game, one, took it in there for money so they could go buy something that they actually needed. You know, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. They sold it to feed their kids, right?
Sure.
They sold it to they sold it to support their family.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
He stole it from his kid. No, he stole it for his kid so he could go buy some fucking crack. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't in the case. He fucking took the thing out of the kid's Switch.
In fact, the case now is crack.
Yeah. The kid took the Switch to school, had his backpack, took it on the bus. The fucking game was gone. He couldn't play it. It wasn't there. Right? Fuck you, Easy Pawn. Fuck you. Fuck your entire corporation. You'll never get my business ever again.
Yeah, that's happened to me the other day.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago. Yeah. I went
Disgusting.
It's awful. I went to like a thrift store in like the middle of a mountain, and I've told you this recently. Like, I kind of feel like on this mountain, I'm the only person who really game hunts. Like, I'm not the only person who buys video games, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of tourism up here, but I'm probably the only person up here who lives up here who game hunts. And I go to this store and they have something that I wanted on PS3, and I'm like, it's unmarked. All their games are unmarked. I'm like, hey, how much is this? And she's like, oh, let me look it up. Oh. She goes, of course, she goes to eBay, looks up sold.
eBay's better than Amazon.
Yeah, I know.
It's inflated on Amazon.
At least she goes to eBay, and she does go to sold listings, not offers, and charges me $2 under whatever they're on Amazon. And I'm like,
yeah.
I ended up talking her down because I was like, this isn't how you like. This isn't. I can't. Like, no.
Yeah. That's not how you run a retail business.
That's how you run a thrift store or a pawn shop or like, you know, like
my hate's not on Amazon.
No. I mean, because the people who are buying it from Amazon are collectors, most of the part, unless they're buying new games. Who aren't buying new games. People who are buying used games on Amazon are collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got a fantastic return policy that's in favor of the buyer. So
yeah, and
why wouldn't you if you're collecting?
Always gonna make the buyer right. Yeah. It's
yeah.
but as It hurts, man. I get your anger.
I went to another thrift shop the same day. It was a thrift shop though, so I couldn't yell at the owner, right?
Yeah.
I went through this entire thing. I mean, this thing's huge, like a warehouse, man. Excellent place just to go thrifting. But I was looking for one sole thing: video game and video game memorabilia.
Yeah.
So I go all the way around. It's the last booth that I stop in. Here's a Wii for $40. No, the Wii was 50. Everything was 20% off. Okay. There's some Wii remotes, which I did pick up because they were fairly priced. Then I started looking at the games. We're talking Wii games, like $2 games, right? Wii games. Yeah. There were, a couple PS2, couple Xbox 360, and nothing that like sticks out. I pull one off, $10. I go, okay, that's weird. Pull the second off, $10. Oh, well, that's weird. Third, $10. Fourth, $10. They're all $10. No matter what, $10. Now, if I would have saw an $80 game there for $10, I would have grabbed it, right? Yeah. But no, they're all worth $1.
Yeah. I had this story again, same story with my local pawn shop, who I actually literally this week talked down in price. To now he's selling me games for like $1, $2, $3.
As he should.
Yeah, but I literally walked in there. He had everything marked at $10 on the Xbox 360 and PS3 games, and I just happened to see NCAA Football 10 sitting there. If it was any other game, fuck you. I bought a few games that I wanted for my collection at that price, but that's game store prices.
Yeah,
and a lot of the games that I bought were I overpaid for because
you did get a couple deals though. To be fair,
no, I know,
but that's because he didn't know what they were worth. He just put everything at 10.
Everything's at 10. And
that's where you get the lucky gem once in a while.
But that's what, like, as game hunters, people who like, okay, I know that these games are worth more money. Well, no, most of these games aren't, but like a lot of these games are worth more money, and that's why they feel like they should charge $25 for PS4 games still.
Mm-hmm.
But most of those games are worth $6, even at the PS4, Xbox One era.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not unless it's like a 2-3-year-old game that it's worth the $20-$25.
Well, and a lot of this merchandise just sits on their shelf because it's too high, and they don't push it.
That's why I talked my guy down. That he told me that it had literally been on his shelf since before he bought the store.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and then you start moving units for him.
Yeah. And I'm a local, so. I think he's willing. Yeah. I mean, if the good news that I want to talk about happens, I'll talk about it in a couple weeks. But
someday, man, and I mean like someday, I think it'd be cool to open a retro rental store. Where you can rent a console and like 5 games for a week.
Bro, we're not just doing that. We're renting VHSs again.
Bro. There you go.
We're like, a
VCR and some VHSs. Yeah, dude.
You put a down payment on like enough down.
A hefty security deposit. You got to take care of it. And you get your security deposit back if it comes back as it was.
Or do we rent them stuff like this?
There you go. A restaurant. Perfect, dude. Just the games. Yeah.
Like, and there's other retrons.
That's a gorgeous retron. It's like a Mario color scheme. I like that.
Yeah, it's called the Mascot Edition.
There you go. Yeah, I have a red one somewhere.
And this is NES and SNES. I do want, and this is not Retron. This is Retrobit. Retro Duo. Yeah. They do like all those like power bricks for old consoles and stuff like that. And I think they started releasing like NES games and SNES games, like modern homebrew and SNES games and NES games too.
Okay.
But yeah, they, like that. I got it, and like you're saying, Game Hunters. I got that at a deal in an auction. Like I wouldn't have that if it wasn't, But yeah, that'd be really cool actually to like rent out DVDs and movies again and VHSs or like and games. It'd be hard for me to rent games I didn't have duplicates for.
While we're talking about things we hate, Dewey Dirtbag. I know one of these two has it. Just give me one moment here.
Like Dewey, Dirtbag?
Yeah. Maybe it's not one of these. Thought it was. It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I might have gotten why people did this back in the 90s, right? I may have understood why people did this with cartridge games, N64, Game Boy, shit that's easy to lose, shit that's easy to misplace.
Yeah.
Stop writing your fucking name on your game cases, in or out.
You know, I don't think I have a game with, because I can't keep.
I clean them. I clean them all the time,
I do
man.
my best if I can, but I have gotten a lot of them where it's on the manual, or you know.
I know I have
they
one.
Put their name on the manual, and it's like. Oh.
I know I have one in here somewhere. Do I not?
I'm sure, but like, there's a lot of games there. It's kind of hard to like be like, it's that one. It's that one. But like,
yeah.
These games. So this pawn shop I'm talking about has some N64 games that he prices about right. Until you look at the back of them, and it's not written on.
Let me grab an N64 game. You're right.
Fucking owner engraved his name in the back of the cards. Engraved his name in the plastic. Not just wrote it in black marker on the back, where I could probably get rid of it with alcohol.
Also, putting
Boy games were a big one.
Putting stickers on top of the label.
That I can show you.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I can't believe I really can't find.
Don't look at the screen. I don't want to make you jealous. But yeah, this.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sure I have one here. I don't know. I'll pull up a picture of one. I don't know.
So.
Does it say kid's name on it?
Right way to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Wrong way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one of those on the spine too.
See, like, I will buy a retro game that has that has like a little bit dirty manual, right? I mean, I really hope that's not what I think it might be. This is Royal Rumble Roses XX.
Oh no, you got a little stain in there.
Let me just put that back. I got it.
I don't know if I want that anymore.
And the manual's a little bit wavy. Like a
I got one! I got one! I hope he's listening right now. Fuck you, Caleb Fry! Fuck you!
Caleb! I told you never to run in your game!
He even put his initials on the disc.
Oh. See, but on the disc, you might be able to get rid of it. On that case, you might be able to get rid of it. But if it on the manual or on the case, if it was on the cover.
The manual's clean.
Okay, what about the cover?
The manual's clean. Cover art's fine. It's just the inside.
It's still like it's not necessary unless you're 14.
Yeah. CALEBFRYE.
I know where you live.
I'm gonna fucking find you, and I'm gonna take this disc, and I'm gonna break it over the bar like a beer bottle and slit your fucking throat with it.
Woo, hot take. You know, I definitely agree, but if we weren't game collectors, it wouldn't mean shit to us, right? Like, if we were these kids... if we were these kids who never... Like, as kids, we wanted to collect games, right? Like, even when we were in high school, we were like, nah, I want to own every console that exists. If we weren't that way, we would have been doing the same thing, writing our names. Like, you know, like I let my friends borrow games, and it was always kind of tough. I would have never wrote my name either. I never did. But like, you know, I did get games back that were dirty and crap. You know,
not for me, you didn't.
No, but there's a lot of chance that like a friend may have never given me a game back. I mean, you gave me a game back 6 years after I loaned it to you. Like,
yeah, you moved away,
and it was great.
And I still had it in perfect condition for you.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember it as soon as I saw you again.
It's right here. Look at it, pristine. I didn't have to write my name on it or anything. My friend returned it. Oh no. And just so you know, I bought it used at GameStop. Before you yell at him.
Yeah.
Okay, the case is broken, bro. The case is broken.
I did not break that, sir.
It's literally just the...
That sat on my shelf.
Yeah. See, but like, this wasn't you. But there's like resin in this case.
You know? Yeah, well, that wasn't me. That was probably you and your buddies.
Yeah. That was definitely me and my buddies.
Yeah.
You know, this is the only game I have from my childhood in my collection right now. All my other games are back in Iowa.
They're with you, yeah. Yeah, man.
It won't stay. Anyway. Why is this is this really a 2-disc game? Not to get off subject. We were talking about EA.
Yeah, I have a 2-disc Need for Speed Black on the original Xbox that I didn't know was a 2-disc. It actually came with a DVD.
Huh.
I think it's like how the game was made and
That's
like
cool.
cutscenes, because a lot of it's live action, like the cutscenes.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cool. I have to watch it sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have to start watching some of these too.
Yeah.
Now that I've been getting back into VHS, I got
Yeah,
I got the old VHS hooked up there too.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Does it have a component out? Does it?
Not component, but I had to do it. So the PlayStation 1 is plugged into the back of it. So that like when I turn it on to play my PlayStation, I have to play it through the VCR, dude. I had to do it. As soon as I put the VCR back in, I was like, oh, this brings back so much memories. Changing the channel to find the right channel. Like, it was so great, dude.
Yeah, when I got the CRT, I did the same thing.
Yeah, man. It felt pretty good. I'm gonna get a CRT too, but I think I'm gonna find one of those like 5-inch TV screens.
I'll see if they still have it. I'll pick it up for you. $10. Does that sound fair? It's in box.
Is it?
I'll see if they still have it.
Or is it color?
I think it might be in color.
Black and white.
I think it might be in color.
I was thinking about there's some nice like portable TVs that were like stereo looking crap.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the one I found that I was interested in was black and white, but it was from like the 90s, but it apparently sounded really good, and it had AV in and out.
Okay, I don't think this is one.
Yeah,
this is one that you'd set up on your kitchen table.
Yeah.
See, I think it can take batteries too.
I was thinking about putting it on the shelf back here.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd play Mario Bros on it.
For background. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would probably never use it for gaming, but I would like for these videos, I'd put it back here and play demo mode stuff. And
yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Is exactly what I was thinking. Yep. Anyway.
Fuck Caleb Fry. Fuck EA. Fuck Easy Pun.
Easy Pun. Yeah. Especially Easy Pun.
Especially Easy Pun. And any person that thinks that they can charge Amazon prices at a physical brick and mortar store, that's not pristine. Unless you're a game store. And your games are pristine and you know they work.
Yeah, but even a game store, you're going to have a hard time selling that stock fast.
Yeah.
It's like...
Even a game store gives you like $5 off.
They should, too. Like,
yeah.
Like, they don't have to ship it. They don't have to process and handle it that much. Like, they literally got the game in, paid some kid $15 for it, and sold it to you for $90.
That's the thing about the pawn shop, dude.
You know? Yeah.
They paid that kid $5, and they're trying to sell it to me for $60.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, no. I'll give you 12. I will give you 12 for every one of your Pokemon games a piece. I'll give you $12 a piece for them. That one's not even in case.
Yeah.
I have to find a case for it.
In newer games, like if it was like a Pokemon Game Boy game,
yeah,
different story.
If we're talking about something you're not going to see every day, maybe even any year.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Game Boy in the wild, minus in a video game store, since I was in Iowa last. Like, what? Did you get that recently?
Paid $40 for this. It had Pokemon Blue in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I love that when people buy DSs. Like we'll buy old DSs and then they'll pop up the cartridge that's in the game, and they'll just like, I like the videos, right? They'll like pop it open.
Yeah, slightly just to see what it is.
Slide it back in and be like, yeah, I'll take that for $25. Thanks.
Yeah.
DS and the game, man. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So, Rage Quit will be a regular thing on this channel.
Whenever I have something to be pissed about.
Whenever either one of us has anything to be upset about. That was kind of 2 Rage Quits, but you know.
Yeah, I was in the moment.
You know, hey, I told you before we started this that I was ready for a hate-filled episode. So when I was like, we should talk about EA, I was like, let's just go off, man. Like, let's just do Rage Quit. Let's do EA. Let's talk about how fucking shitty it is that they're treating their gamers like fucking addicts and not like fucking gamers, not like people who they want to have for the next 30 years. You know, like, I think the only franchise that they have that is really keeping, well, there are some Anthem fans and shit, but like
Even
really
Need for Speed has
people,
fucking loot boxes now.
yeah, but I think FIFA is the only thing that really they have anything right now that is serious that they're gonna have fans for the next 10, 15 years. You know?
Yeah, and it has global audience.
That's the
That's the reason why.
Yeah. And it's so like they sell millions of copies every year still. I mean, they do for Madden and shit too. But like now with EA Play, I think they're getting a little bit like, I almost can forgive them for having a sports game every year if they're giving it to me for free. Minus that I think EA, well, okay, well I'm gonna put an asterisk here because EA Game is now included, EA Access is now included in Game Pass. So, but if you're paying for EA Access, it's $15 a month. So that is a little bit excessive. A little bit excessive for like the 12 games they fucking give you. Okay, they give you more than that.
If you're a PlayStation gamer, you're
screwed. I don't even know if EA Access is on PlayStation anymore. I'm pretty sure it's just PC and Microsoft. It used to.
Yeah, I would assume they'd get exclusivity. Yeah.
But
was EA? Was EA in charge of the fucking new wrestling games? Is that why they're such shit?
Isn't that 2K?
Or 2K? Is that EA?
I don't think 2K is EA.
No.
I think 2K is their own publishing company.
Because they make like 2K sports games too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that real fast. 2K. They are a publisher. Yeah, 2K is a publisher.
2K is the publishing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Take-Two. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
oh god, they own Rockstar?
2K or EA?
They own
EA owns
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
2K owns Rockstar.
Oh, I was pretty. Yeah, that makes sense. 2K could, but 2K is not that awful of a company. We used to like 2K games. I like some.
As long as they let Rockstar do what they do.
Their sports titles are pretty good. I prefer 2K sports titles over EA's. When it comes to basketball, football, well, I guess more college. It's like, the college hoops games are really good.
I know that last WWE game was laughable.
20 WWE 20.
20, 2K20.
I think it's just called WWE 20.
I think it's 2K20. It might be. I don't know.
Because like the new ones are. What's that? You know, like
they went from like 12, 13, 14 to 2.
You're right, because like this one's WWE 13, no 2K.
Right. And then they switched to 2K in like 16, I think.
Okay. So they got it from THQ and then did the 11 or 12 13 thing and then went to 2K.
And Jax stayed on with them until 2020. And now Jax is gone, and Jax is going to make that AEW game now.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Which is gonna shit on WWE's game now.
Off subject, what do you think about Battlegrounds? I'm just curious about your opinion about Battlegrounds.
I haven't played it yet.
Okay.
If I can get it for $9, I might.
Yeah.
It's not one that I want to,
Yeah, not. But people say they like it, so.
Yeah, I think you want to talk wrestling, I think the new Retro Mania, I think is what it's called, looks kind of cool.
Xavier Woods was talking about one a while back.
Yeah.
I was like really interested. I think that might have been it. Yeah, it's like arcade. It's like an arcade style game that's in 3D still, but it looks kind of like.
That's Fire Pro.
Is that Fire Pro Wrestling?
That's Fire, but Retromania is a faithful sequel. Right? Is a faithful sequel of the SNES WrestleMania or WrestleCade. I don't know.
I think that
something like that.
Be what you're talking about. Anyway,
great. It looks great though.
Yeah, I love those games. I miss good wrestling games like No Mercy and crap. Like
SmackDown vs. Raw is where my heart goes to.
2009. Yeah, I love 2009.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they bring in ECW? I think 2009.
Yeah, it's either 9 or 8. They had them for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, 11. I think it was 9, 10, 11 was the one. It's like featuring ECW.
It wasn't the original ECW though.
No. I mean,
that was wicked.
Yeah,
I grew up as a wrestling fan.
Show, yeah, I'd say even the TV show that was on Sci-Fi wasn't ECW.
Yeah.
It was close. Like they tried.
No.
Well, I mean, like they tried.
You can't do what they did.
Yeah, you
PG.
You literally can't do what they did on TV anymore.
Well, that too.
You know, like literal physical punishment. That stuff is saved for the underground stuff now. Like,
just for clarity, there was a man. They took the ropes off of a ring, like a boxing ring, and they replaced the ropes with barbed wire. And there's this man named Sabu. He's an Arabian wrestler. He's still wrestling today, which is crazy. Fucking bizarre to me, dude. He's so impressive, but his body is just scarred up from all the years. But he tore his bicep like off, and he went to the announcer's table and stapled it back together and kept it going to the end of the match.
Those people are madmen.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if like Mankind was still wrestling?
Oh, he wouldn't be alive. There's no way Mick Foley would make it.
Yeah. But I mean, like specifically if he was as Mankind, you know, like.
No, there's no way. I want to read his book, man. That's one.
I haven't either. Yeah.
I want to read that book.
Totally.
What a lunatic.
We get off subject a lot, but hey.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. This is what this podcast is about. It's entertainment. So.
I mean, is it time to move on to a segment?
Let's do name that game.
You want to name that game? Okay. Do name that game.
Open it up.
Yeah, I gotta get it here.
I don't know that you're gonna know this game. I will tell you that it is EA. And it was it came out before we were even born.
Okay. Hang on, where did it save to? There it is. All right. Oh, pause it. Okay. You're a cheeky fuck, you know that?
Yeah, I know. Music starts. Let's start the video.
And, okay. So, I'm seeing 2D karate. I know. This is on the Genesis.
Yes. It's also on the Commodore 64. I believe at first console was on was the Amiga. And it's a DOS game as well.
I might mispronounce the hell out of it, though.
Okay.
Bakudun?
Yeah, you've mispronounced the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
It's Budokan.
Budokan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mispronounced the fuck out of that.
I believe the word Budokan is martial arts.
I have this, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me skip forward and see.
This is developed by Electronic Arts.
Yeah. It's a cool game, man.
I thought so too. I kind of wanted to play it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to, so I got some. This is the footage you're watching now is from a YouTuber called Major Thriftwood.
Oh, cool! Yeah, put a link to him for sure.
Yeah. I literally struggled finding an EA game. Like I struggled so hard. Any game that like I loved from EA, you were gonna guess like that, right? You guessed this pretty fast, right?
It's because I own it.
Yeah. I didn't expect you to own it.
It is very obscure though. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing it against my nephew when he was living there. I used to beat his ass in it.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, the kid.
Yep.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So I guess I hold that game kind of dear to me too.
That's cool. That's just random because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I never saw it and was like, I've heard of this game.
Yeah, they actually, I think, again with EA, they have official name licensing of people in there. That's Electronic Arts has always been good with that about that.
Yeah. I mean it's a simple karate game. It really like it goes through like you can use all the different weapons, like, and there's like 4 or 5 different weapons, and then like you battle against each other to like push each other and get the most points.
I told you I was gonna butcher the hell out of that name.
You did. I mean
Budokan?
Budokan.
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 Yeah.
And I this is what, so I don't know if you heard me while I was recording it or like when I was grabbing this footage. I'm like, wait, did that say what I think it is? And if you look at the menu and like the beginning of that clip,
Yeah.
As he's selecting the next thing, it says Budokan something something. So like, because I'm pretty sure Budokan is the tournament. What the tournament is called.
Yeah.
And it says it in the menu.
He's
and
walking to the dojo. There it is. Budokan Tall Courtyard. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, whatever. I spent the last half hour trying to get this footage. This is what I'm sending it to.
I didn't even make it to there, to be fair, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, you said it fast enough that I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I still have not beat Kevin, though. That was insane last week.
That was pretty insane, yeah.
That was insane.
And that motherfucker tells us he knows nothing about Resident Evil. God damn it. How dare he?
Kevin, I love you, but fuck you.
I love you, but fuck you. Is it Tech 9? God damn.
Yeah, old Tech 9.
Man. All right. Name that game. I believe this is episode 6.
Yeah.
You are now 3-0. So let's get the score up over there. 3-0. And I'm 0-2.
There's always next week.
There's always next week, but it's okay. I'll still lose. No, man. It's all right. Hey, I mean, like, I tried to grab an obscure game. Right? And you were just like, hey, so whatever, man. I've just accepted that it's going to be a running joke that you win every single name that game.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna stump me eventually. I'm
sure I will, but I'm also not trying to completely.
That was just complete, like, what's the correct word? Irony that I actually have that game.
That it actually means something to you, even.
It's so obscure.
Yeah.
You ask anybody else, and I knew it was on the Genesis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good pick, though. Good pick.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware EA made it either. I wasn't aware.
It was EA developed even.
Wow.
It released in 1989, the year my parents were married.
Here I thought you were gonna pull up any sports game and then say, guess what game it is?
I mean, like I said, I did tell you, I thought about doing F1. I have F1, what is it called? F1 Career Challenge for the PS2 because, like, but it's also like that also kind of felt stupid to me to do that. Like, here's FIFA 04. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if there is a FIFA 04, but
I'm sure there is.
I don't remember.
I think back then it was called FIFA Soccer.
Yeah,
they had FIFA on the Genesis, if I'm not wrong. They have it on the 64, I know.
Okay.
I have one of those fucking abominations back there.
Yeah.
I even have it in the case.
With no name on it. Assholes. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm kind of out of hate on EA, so why don't we move to... Well, I'm not going to be done with hate on EA. I just don't have anything else to say about it. But what about your retro pick of the week from EA? What game would you recommend for EA?
I love this game. This is my original copy.
Oh, shit.
I remember taking it home and playing it. I couldn't beat it one night because I had school the next day. But I did beat it in 2 days. I just didn't stop playing it. Fucking love this game. And again with EA, I know I'm teasing. I'm teasing like a motherfucker. With EA, they always get talents, voices, music, videos. They always have a great job of getting people to come and join their projects. And there's none better than the legend cast, the cast full of legends, but the main character is also a legend. Jack Black and Brutal Legend.
Oh, I just downloaded this game the other day, dude.
Fucking love this game, dude.
It's such. I've never played through it, but when XPlay review, I say this all the time, right? XPlay. But when XPlay reviewed that game, I was in love, man. Like, I wanted it so bad. So, I've been meaning to send you this link. I don't know if it's still active. I feel bad if it isn't. Humble Bumble has a name your price on like a COVID response thing, right? It's like a fundraiser. And this game is in that pack, and it's like 100 games with some really good titles. But great game, man.
Yeah.
Great game. Maybe I'll get the footage for that this week.
Yeah, I'll let you get the footage because I mean, I'll play it again, but you need to play it. What's cool about this is it changes gameplay styles like 3 times.
Right.
You'll go from like an RPG run around, smack, hack and slash, and then you go to an RTS in some of the missions.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then there's races and stuff. It's amazing. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne's in the fucking game.
Isn't Motorhead too, Lemmy?
Motorhead's, yeah. Lemmy's in this fucking, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
amazing.
Great. That's great.
Great, bro.
Wait.
Great game.
Okay. I don't have my pick. And I was late to the game on this game. I was late. But SSX Tricky.
Yeah.
That is like, I love the SSX games, but SSX Tricky was, I don't know, man. I could play that game for hours just trying to get high scores, beat the whole thing. Like, it's almost like you and I played a lot of AMP3.
Yeah.
SSX Tricky is almost like that good to me. Probably better.
I might have Tricky on the GameCube.
Yeah.
I could grab footage of it easily.
Okay. If not, I'll fucking buy it. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I've got 3 days, maybe not, but it's a great game.
SSX are always good games, yeah.
I love arcade snowboarding games. Like, we played a lot of AMP2 and AMP2, I would say.
I'm playing AMP again on my 360 now.
Nice. I don't own it. I don't think I own it. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I think this next segment will be easy then, because I believe it's the same game, but your modern pick of the week.
This is the only game that I can recommend, other than Squadrons.
Yeah, I don't not recommend Battlefront 2. Yes.
It's Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order,
and
whatever console.
The thing about this is, I got this on PC.
Yeah.
I just got this on Xbox Day Pro sale because I wanted a physical.
Yeah.
I've never popped this in my PlayStation.
Yeah. That's the deluxe edition too. So.
This is the deluxe edition too. Yeah. Great game. I hope the sequel is just as good.
Yeah.
I hope they take what they did, and I hope they learn and they improve upon it. They don't just recycle.
You know, I've still never beat it.
Out there too.
Still never beat it.
Great game.
It is such a fun game to play.
I know my lady partner's mad at me.
Great job. Yeah.
Because I didn't put it down till I was done.
Yeah, you beat that in like 2 days.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I mean, they did a great job. From Software. I said Respawn, but it's From Software.
Respawn's in there too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Respawn's in there, and yeah, obviously Lucasfilm Ltd.
Yeah.
Yep. Built on the Unreal Engine. Yeah, great game, dude. I think it's canon too.
It makes sense. I mean, like, now that now that it's been released after Disney's buy of LucasArts.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I would love a Clone Wars game that's really good. Like a Clone Wars, like the series Clone Wars.
Other than Battlefront.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, in that art style, like following that story.
Oh, like the animated series. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the closest you can get is the Lego one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could play the Xbox original Clone Wars.
I mean, yes, it's not the same, but yeah.
No, it's not by any means. No.
I mean, there's not a lot of story. There is, but there's a lot of.
Well, you got like Republic Commando and stuff, and
there are games out there. Yes, I'm not gonna say there's not. Yeah, there's totally.
Not in that art style.
Yeah. And not in that like storytelling style either, right? Like that, like the modern way of like, it's not like you're playing a video game. You're not being told a story. Like you're doing that in Fallen Order. You are playing a video game, yes, and it's a really hard video game. But it's even when you're playing it, it's telling you a really good story. Like, very cinematic story, I should say.
Yeah. There's a lot of secrets in that game too.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't get to. I need to go back and play that game too. But I have a lot to catch up on. I have so much to catch up on.
Yeah, there's a backlog.
Yeah.
I know the pain.
And then as I was pointing out, I started getting back into movies. Like I watched this today.
Oh yeah, is that the one with Jim Carrey Joker or Jim Carrey Riddler?
No, this is Nicholson and Keaton, Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
This is why I was texting you today, and I was like, "Hey man, is it canon that the Joker killed?" Spoiler: that the Joker killed Bruce Wayne's.
Spoiler fucking 40 years later. Yeah.
That the Joker kills Bruce Wayne's parents, because in this movie, Jack or the Joker as a kid kills Bruce Wayne's parents. And then almost kills Bruce Wayne. But I don't know. I love Nicholson in this movie. Great telling. Keaton does a good job, but the bat suit is awful. And the Batmobile is so iconic. I forgot how iconic the Batman is.
Fucking ad-lib.
Yeah, man. I think it's... Oh, and it's directed by Tim Burton. That's the other thing.
Okay.
It's a Tim Burton film. So, like, it's good. But it's also, like, Batman kills in this movie. So if you're not a fan of that timeline, where Batman's dark, this is, like...
That's where Batman belongs, man.
I believe so, too. I think Batman should be killing people and stuff. Well, to a limit. I think he should have no problem killing people who are shooting back at him. You know? Like, he should have morals, but... I got this, right? Just one last thing. I got this. Went to put it... The first thing I was going to watch when I hooked up the VHS player.
Oh, no.
There's an audio...
Oh,
the
no.
entire film, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I got these for 50 cents a piece, so...
Yeah.
That's the
Still
good
cool
part. That's kind of the reason I'm going to these, right? You can get VHSs right now for like 50 cents a piece. If not less, 25 cents a piece. Because nobody wants them, right? Nobody... But, like, I love preserving. I love, like, retro stuff, so... Kind of fit. I also bought Beethoven, so... I'm gonna have to watch that. Because that fucking dog.
Yeah, big old Saint Bernard.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, though. I'll always look out for, like, the Mario Bros. So when I was thrifting the other day, I almost picked up the VHS collector's edition of Scarface.
Yeah, I would have, yeah. At the right price, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any VHS.
Yeah, no, I never thought I would get back into it, man. But we've been doing this podcast. We're starting to get into more, like, criticizing of movies and films, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to break stuff down. And, like, I've always done that with special effects and behind-the-scenes stuff anyway, especially being a fan of Star Wars. But now I'm, like, starting to break down more, like, story elements and character development and timeline stuff. And, like, not just the behind-the-scenes stuff that I always used to love, like special effects and practical effects and camera operating and stuff like that. So, I thought going back to these, like, classic films, like, I think I'm going to try to find some, like, real classics, too. I'm talking black and white, you know, like, find some really good movies. Because I never really had them as a kid. I didn't watch them. Scarface.
Get some on-reel movies.
I have a projector. I have a 35 millimeter, and I have, you know, some of those. So
start getting some silent films.
Yeah, I don't have. It doesn't have speaker, no. But I did just get a lamp for one of my projectors. So.
Hey, that'd be the way to watch your Ninja Turtles movie then. If it doesn't have any sound. Just cut the tape and it's perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm probably good on that one. I'll just hang a white sheet back here, just point it there.
There you go.
I'll have my background next week.
Get some Charlie Chaplin, you know.
Yeah, dude, I would be down for that. Plus, that stuff is like, I believe, it's part of the public domain now. A lot of that, so it's 50 years or whatever. Well, I guess some of it's like, didn't Disney move it to 75 years?
Yeah, money will do that.
Yeah.
You know, he stars in a film as Hitler.
Yeah, I actually watched the speech from that. That speech that he gives in that is really fucking good. Because he plays like 3 characters in that, or something like that. He plays a bunch of different characters.
Yeah.
And like the speech he gives about like how like whatever. I can't remember it right now because it was like a few weeks ago I watched it. But and short-term memory loss. But
Our world needs to go back to that.
oh man,
We need to go back to being able to make fun and satire and not cry about everything.
Yeah, it was really controversial back then, but he's still right. But
Jesus, would he do one today of a school shooting?
maybe not. But like, remember the interview?
The silent film.
Do you remember the interview with Jonah Hill and James Franco?
The hell, James Franco? I don't think so. Oh, the interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Seth Rogen and James Franco. Thank you.
Yeah. They're both Jews. We were talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. They like that was when that came out. Like they like remember it didn't launch in theaters. It went straight to Netflix because it was like they were like afraid. Like,
and the PlayStation Store, the PlayStation Network got attacked because they were going to show it day one.
Yeah.
And that was, I remember playing Destiny back then, and you couldn't get on the PlayStation Network at all.
I think Anonymous was the one who shut that down too.
It was one of those hacker groups.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Anonymous, but I thought it was. But I shouldn't say that because I don't actually know that.
Yeah. Then a week after, I remember watching it, and I was like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
To us, right? We're stubborn, bullheaded Americans, but
I mean, like,
they didn't make him look like a
They like, I understand the fear, but like, it was literally making fun of the fact that the world kind of views him as a child. That kind of views him as a child dictator. Like, he's not like the big old fearsome. Like, we're still scared of him, right? Like, we're still scared that he could break at any moment, and like, but like at the same time, he is like much more open to the rest of the world than any of his ancestors have ever been.
But and since we're on YouTube, for every one of his sticks of gum, we have an entire pack, right?
Yeah.
America does.
Yeah.
You want to hand us one Bubblicious, we're gonna send you a Big League Chew. You know what I mean?
Also, I mean, like, yeah, he should be afraid too, but it doesn't mean that we should antagonize him. And
everyone should be afraid of America. America should be afraid of America.
America is afraid of America.
What we're capable of as a military unit.
Yeah. I mean, just play COD.
Be fearful, yeah.
No, I mean, like, yeah. Don't be so afraid that you don't live, but like, understand that it's a real threat. You know,
if one day our government wanted to make America go into martial law in a police state, they could.
Yeah.
It would just happen.
Yeah, totally.
You'd have people fight back, sure, but to what cause, right? And let's bring it back with EA.
Okay.
We could fight back. We could not buy their games.
5 of us will. 5 of us will not play the game.
Yeah.
They'll push us on the table. Like,
where else are you getting sports games now?
2K. That's the only option. And like, they don't have.
They don't make soccer, right? I don't know.
I mean, somebody would take their place, right? Like, if there was need for it, right? Like, I have that. What is Pure Football. Okay. Right? Like for the 360, right? Like, so somebody will take that spot if the call is there, right? But the fan base for FIFA per se, is so loyal for simulation. The fans of sports simulation games like Madden, basketball, or NBA, I mean, and
simulation games have come a long way too.
Yes.
What's that? Let me look it up real quick. I just want to see who makes it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not meaning to interrupt you. I'm just curious who makes Farming Simulator.
Sim City. That would be EA then, right?
Yeah, that's EA.
Yeah. So like most simulation game history is.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway.
But Microsoft makes it. Oh, Giant Software. Huh.
Oh,
I know.
My memory.
The FIFA fans.
Yes, the fans of sports simulation games are so loyal to EA now that nobody else can come in and take that market. The market that's going to get taken is the arcade sports games.
Sure.
You know, your Blitz the League and
Oh, I love Blitz, yeah.
stuff like that.
R.I.P. Midway.
Bring it back.
Hey,
don't bring Midway back.
I know it's way late to do news, right? But WB's being fragmented into different companies now.
Is that
we might get Gauntlet,
actually
man.
happening?
We might get Gauntlet again. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, awesome. But WB isn't even that big.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they're getting broke up so bad, but
would it be like an EA BioWare thing? I know that EA bought BioWare, but like, you know what I mean? Like, would it be like where there's still two different entities, where like they have NetherRealm as its own thing?
Well, NetherRealm. See, let me open it up real quick. So it's comprised of 11 studios: the Batman Studio, Mortal Kombat Studio, the Lego Game Studio,
the Batman Studio. Is that Arcane? Or is that like
Rocksteady?
Rocksteady. Okay, yeah, Rocksteady.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
NetherRealm, Monolith, which makes Shadow of Mordor, TT, which makes Lego. You got Avalanche making Harry Potter now.
I don't know that.
And then you got like your Montreal, Boston, Los Angeles. The thing Rockstar does is they split them up between areas.
Yeah.
So
Ubisoft does that too.
AT&T owns WB.
Okay.
And WB is the parent of Warner Media, which owns all of these development companies. And it's not supposed to go through until 2022, so we have a while. But it's putting up game divisions for sale. So EA don't buy them. EA don't buy them. Microsoft, yeah, dude. Microsoft or Blizzard.
Hello, Microsoft at your door. We would like to purchase half of your company.
Yeah. It says here, and this is this. I'll send you the source. They're hoping to generate around $4 billion, trying to sell off some of the assets for its substantial debt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Microsoft, please buy them.
Okay. I mean, like,
put them on Game Pass.
I want to see these games keep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're a Series X owner or a Series S owner, like that's really your only way to play games right now is fucking Game Pass anyway.
Please,
so,
please,
yeah,
Microsoft.
please buy them and put them on Game Pass along with Bethesda's stuff.
It says Take-Two's interested, EA's interested, and Microsoft and Activision Blizzard are interested.
Please don't buy them, Activision Blizzard.
I think Microsoft has the money to push people around.
And they also have the vision of a future to push them around, right? With the streaming,
And then, if you buy them, please let NetherRealm do their own thing.
Please.
Leave them alone.
And bring back Gauntlet.
And put Master Chief in Mortal Kombat. Stuff like that.
Could you imagine ripping John? Nah. You can't. I'm just going to say it. You can't finish. You can't do a finisher.
You can't take his helmet off, at least. You cut him in half.
No, he's the dude. He's the ultimate Spartan. You can't even kill him.
His finisher would be like a Spartan laser or something.
Oh, that'd be dope. Like you go to finish him and he just blocks it.
Yeah.
Automatically, always blocks it. No.
Who else did you put in? You could put in Fable Kid.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Crackdown guy. Stuff like that.
What's her name from Perfect Dark?
Yeah. You could put in the Kamina. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's a new Perfect Dark game coming, I'm pretty sure.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Rare's been doing some good things too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna break up WB Games.
I've kind of been different on that. I mean, like, I don't really like WB as a gaming company per se. I love the Batman games and stuff, and I do love the companies they own. But that's the thing. I love the developers that they are.
Yeah, towering over as a corporate giant.
Not WB, but like what I love Animaniacs. That's the biggest WB name. Looney Tunes, I guess. You know, like that's literally like I love their history. I don't want them per se in my video games.
AT&T is selling a lot of it to Discovery. That's why they're selling off their debts.
Okay. Is WB gonna go under? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, what's gonna happen to our cartoons, right?
I mean, WB is barely in our cartoons anymore, anyway, unless talking Hulu or stuff. But
yeah, you know, when I think WB, I think Animaniacs, right?
Yeah, Looney Tunes though. I mean, like
Looney Tunes, yeah, Looney Tunes.
But I do love Looney Tunes. Roadrunner is probably still one of my favorite cartoons. But
imagine if Disney buys them. They're gonna fucking do it now. I shouldn't have said it.
HBO, I would imagine it would. Whatever, it's gonna be somebody who it's gonna end up streaming on HBO. I don't think Disney's gonna acquire them. But whoever buys it, that stuff is gonna. I think it already is.
If Disney buys WB and they own the Looney Tunes,
Mickey Mouse,
you're getting pretty close to Monopoly. You're getting pretty close.
Bugs Bunny together. I mean, our favorite topic, as always.
Yeah.
Disney, not sponsored.
No.
Wouldn't it be funny if they sponsored us one day?
For like Disney Plus?
Or like if people who are watching this got like who have ads active got like
a
Disney Plus like ad right before this.
I'll take your money.
Yeah, I mean, thanks.
You have enough of it.
Yeah.
I like that batch.
I'll also play your games because I love Star Wars, but like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't love your Star Wars, but
what's another Disney that I like?
I like some of their movies because they own Pixar now.
They own DreamWorks too, don't they?
Believe so.
No, that's Universal.
I don't know. No, I don't think, because when we were doing the research on that first episode, I don't think they owned DreamWorks.
I know that Shrek has been officially announced for a reboot, by the way. With the original cast voicing it too.
Damn.
So that's a re-emergence of Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy that we haven't seen in a long time.
I really hope they pull Smash Mouth back into just because.
Yeah, dude, just
because like,
come back to remaster the song.
Yeah.
No, just come back and remaster,
that
dude.
Same song, yeah.
Sell it again.
Make it heavy though.
Sell it on iTunes. There you go.
Yeah.
All that glitter and gold. I don't think so.
I mean, there's plenty of news, but
yeah, it's plenty of news.
Yeah, I didn't really.
I just saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico.
Because I don't know if I have any other points personally on EA. Oh, I did see this. Both Rambo and John McClane are coming to fucking COD.
I saw that somebody's playing Outbreak, the new zombies mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool. It is in the likeliness of Sylvester Stallone. So like that's kind of weird to me that in such a realistic game, but we've been talking about this a little bit lately, right? Like the fact that like John Wick's and like you can basically kill Keanu Reeves in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because it's John Wick and Keanu Reeves is John Wick. Like there is no other John Wick.
Right.
Minus the
comic. And they also have bootleg John Wick too. On Fortnite.
That was second before, right? Before.
Yeah. So is there more to that story?
No, it's kind of it. I just got a letter. I got an email with that in it, and I was like, oh god.
This is a leak, so take it with a grain of salt. But fuck me. Hang on. Sega. This year marks Sonic the Hedgehog's 30th anniversary, and they might do something big for E3. And supposedly it's going to be Sonic Colors from the Wii and DS remastered, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles coming in a Sonic collection for the first time ever. So that's kind of exciting. I was never a big Sonic fan, but I get them. right? I get a fandom.
I always struggle when Sonic starts getting hard.
Yeah.
Like when it starts to get challenging to play the game, I never find myself able to fight through that and get better at the game. Did you play the 3D games?
I played Adventure.
Okay. That's
Never
the one
beat it.
that I wish I had a Saturn. Like I would have played Sonic on a Saturn.
Yeah, it's okay on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
It's not bad on the Dreamcast. But they ported, after the Dreamcast died, they ported everything over. It's on GameCube, it's on Xbox 360 now.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, Xbox Arcade had a bunch of them. Yeah.
another leak, again with a grain of salt, is about a Pokemon broadcast coming before E3.
But like instead of a Nintendo Direct, Pokemon Direct, right?
Yeah, you'll get my thoughts on Diamond and Pearl after I play it, but
I never beat Sword, so I played 4
Took me a
hours,
couple
5
hours.
hours of it.
yeah, it's kind of disappointing.
I mean,
like the honestly, I like the Let's Go games better.
I didn't play those because no, I'm good. I mean,
Yeah.
I not my style of Pokemon game, right?
I've played every
Sword's pretty
Pokemon game
close. Yeah.
ever, and well, not ever. I never played the bootleg and stuff, but all the main line, some of the spinoffs, and I don't know. Not a lot of people like the Let's Go
only
games.
Pokemon games you probably haven't played are the ones from the Pokemon console.
Pokemon Mini.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Mini.
Yeah, some of the spinoffs like Trolley and Mystery Dungeon. I played a couple of those, but not all
like
of them.
Pokemon Pinball though and stuff even, right?
Yeah, I played Pinball and the trading card game on the Game Boy. But this says that we're gonna possibly be getting a Pokemon Direct that's gonna cover some Pokemon Unite with the release dates and more gameplay. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and hopefully we'll get some more news on Pokemon Arceus because that looks really good.
Okay.
I also have like 45, 50 plus hours of Pokemon Snap. And I don't think I've seen anything new in at least 10 of them.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's some new games that are out or are coming out. You know, there's a Dark Alliance, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance remaster that came out. If you're a fan of Dark Alliance, because to some people that's the greatest Baldur's Gate, and to some people that game should have never came out. There's a really cool game called Super Animal Royal. Looks really good. I believe it's on all consoles. Hood looks really good. The next Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, the next chapter of it.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, I can't believe it's going to be a PS5 exclusive for a while. PS5, not just PlayStation. Yeah. PS5.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't get my hands on one. There's no way for me to get my hands on a PS5
unless you're a big streamer or YouTuber or you know somebody in the business. Or you want to
pay scalping prices.
I would like to put. I know I want to do this more often. I'd like to put spotlight on an indie game.
Yeah, go ahead.
On the Switch.
Yeah.
I'll grab you gameplay footage of it right now. It's on the eShop. Crazy sale. It's regularly $14.99. Right now it's $1.99. You have no excuse to go and try this. Look at the gameplay footage. Tell me you don't want this.
I think you meant to say you have no excuse to not go and try this.
Yeah, you have no excuse not to go and pick this up because look at the gameplay footage that's going to come up. It's called Castle of Heart, and I've been playing it quite a bit. It's a 2D platformer. It's Metrovania. You can go back and forth. You pick up items. You can kill somebody, pick up a weapon, and grab their crossbow and shoot the crossbow at them or throw something at them. You're a knight made of stone, and the whole gimmick of it is that you can use your stone to your advantage, or you can be hacked into pieces of stone.
Yeah.
Really fun game, and at that sale price, it is a bit old. It came out in 2018, but it was overlooked. I mean, how it's so easy to get overlooked on the eShop now. There's so many games on there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much shovelware. But Nintendo, right? Like,
Yeah.
every Nintendo console since the Wii. Shovel it.
Yeah.
Full shovel.
Check that game out. It's great.
Yeah. Especially if you like this footage.
It's got 20 levels for $2.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You know, I picked up a game that I wanted to hate on. And then I kind of started liking it. The other day, it was on sale on the Switch called .cat. Like, literally period cat.
Okay.
And it's like... So, like, it's like... I want to say it's kind of like Super Meat Boy. It's like a puzzle platformer. It's like a puzzle platformer.
Yeah.
In like a pixel art form. Like 16, a little bit like 32-bit, 16-bit pixel art form. And it's like, yeah, just like a pretty hard platformer puzzle game. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's not as hard as Super Meat Boy for sure. But that game's like gruesome.
It looks a lot slower pace.
Yeah, exactly. But there are challenges. And at 99 cents, I was just like, yeah, sure. You know, I used my points. I didn't buy it with cash.
Right. I do that too a lot.
Yeah.
There's a worm that looks a little sus. Doesn't look like a worm. It's a worm. It's got a big. It's got an enlarged head and a skinny body that.
Yeah. Little sperm looking.
You said it.
I will go capture some game footage of .cat if you are interested in that kind of style of game.
It looks fun.
It's a little more casual than challenging, but
I like the music though, man.
It's fun. The music's kind of fun. Yeah.
I'm gonna close that for I.
And the levels are like pretty long. They're quick, but like they're not short, right? Like you have to like go up, down, around, back, and then back forward, like, you know, like. But in the way, but it's still like kind of like Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Level design. So.
Yeah, I like the little soundtrack of it.
Yeah, cool. On that note, though, is there any other information that you want to show our fan, since we don't have fans yet, our fan, about, you know, if we have any other news we should cover quick?
I can't think of it off the top of my head. What's a game that's coming out soon that you want to pick up? Mine's Mario Golf. I'm gonna grab it.
What was it? I'm not sure. I literally just you guys are gonna have to wait to see a couple of weeks to see footage or anything, but because it's being shipped. But I just got a Series X, so that's kind of all I'm looking forward to. But there's not really like any exclusive yet, right, or anything.
Yeah.
So there's not really anything for me to look forward to because they're so focused on Game Pass. Like I am excited to play Forza on it.
Yeah. I want to see. You're gonna have to stream it to me for sure. I want to see how you can switch between games and pick it right up where you were.
Excited for that. Load times being like that. Like on the Series X titles, load times are like that.
Yeah.
It's backwards compatible with One X games, with like 300 Xbox 360 games and 39 Xbox original games.
Man, I bet the mod scene is gonna be great.
Give it a few years, man.
I bet it's gonna be great.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure I'm sold yet. I obviously bought one, so I'm sold. But like,
you have instant buyer's remorse, don't you? I've heard that's very common with the new consoles right now.
I think I only got it. I think I forced I didn't force myself to buy it. I wanted it, right? But like, I think I talked myself into it by saying but because it's so hard to get.
Yeah, how rare it is right now.
And I had a chance to get it, and it was like,
pull the trigger before,
before I regret not pulling the trigger.
Right.
But then I pulled the trigger and I kind of regretted pulling the trigger.
You're like, ooh.
That hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I was working more right now, I would already have one. Probably. I want a PS5. I wanted a PS5 before I wanted an Xbox Series X.
Same.
It's so hard to get a hands on a PS5. But I was also saying that, like, telling you that I'm a little bit worried. Or one of the reasons that I talked myself into it is because at least Sony is talking about revising the console PS5 to an older hardware on the CPU and GPU side to make it more accessible so that they can produce more consoles, because they cannot keep up with demand right now. Like, they just, like, there's not enough the chips in the world right now. There's not fast enough manufacturing right now because things are still slow to keep up with the demand. And
I think that's an excuse, man. I think that's an excuse from them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, no, because
I think they want the rarity for the launch.
I hear you, but at the same time, look at graphics cards right now. Look at computers in general.
I think it's an excuse. I think it's so people will pay the prices to get them immediately, so they push their stock as fast as possible so they can report these insane sales numbers in their first year of production. It's genius fucking marketing, dude.
I will say I disagree that that's not the case. I see where you're coming from, but I don't believe that's the case.
I'm cynical as fuck. You know this.
Yeah. Because they want it in the hands of everybody at the same time, right? Like, they want everybody to own it, so that they, like, especially like Microsoft wants everybody to have that console so that they can sell you Game Pass.
Yeah.
And right now, scalpers own it, and like 50% of gamers, right? 50% of fair gamers.
Less than that.
So if they can get, it's like why they're pushing to, like, you have to have an Xbox One in order to buy it through Microsoft. Like, I had to buy mine through Walmart.
I think originally, though, there's no way that they didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah, they had to know that they were not going to reach demand unless, I mean, these things were probably in development.
They didn't last time either.
Yeah.
PS4 and Xbox One.
I don't think it did for the PS2 and the Xbox original either. And the Wii. Wii sold out, I'm pretty sure.
The PS2 sold the Wii was bad because you couldn't find them because everybody bought them.
Yeah.
It was so hyped up, this is the way that everybody's going to get their exercise while gaming. My aunt bought one. Yeah. My aunt bought a Wii.
And if you know his aunt, it's amazing. She played it too. That's the main part.
It's like your grandparents buying one.
Might be even worse than that. Yeah, man. I mean,
everybody bought a Wii.
I think you're right that they knew it was going to happen. I don't think they did it to build demand. Right? I think it was unavoidable because it's nothing new. Like we're saying now, like it
history repeats itself.
Yeah, it's happened with every generation. So they had to know that it's likely they're going to sell out. But I would have assumed that they thought they could keep up with demand, or that they would do what they could. They would do what they could in order to keep up with demand.
They knew what they were doing.
Maybe.
Scumbags. I love them, but it's smart business. It is. It's a smart business tactic. Because you look at their sales now, and their sales are off the fucking charts. Oh, look how well our consoles did in the first year. There's not one that went unsold.
Minus Japan.
Sure. They actually stopped selling consoles there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you buy
50 sold?
Where do you buy Pokemon cards now? This is something I wanted to ask you earlier.
Card shops.
You have to go to card shop now because you can't buy them at Walmart and Target.
I think some game stores are starting to carry them, but you're not going to find them at retail stores.
It's just going to raise the prices of them.
It already has.
Yep. There you go.
But I think Target and Walmart are still going to sell them online.
Sure.
So you're just not going to be able, like, if you want to get them at the low price where you're getting them for $7 a pack or like $24 for the booster packs, then you're going to have to buy them online.
You're not gonna get mugged at the. You're not gonna get mugged at the parking lot. You're gonna get mugged at your mailbox.
Yeah, by your best friend who knows when the day the shipment comes.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some like Shining Fates is really hard to find right now.
I haven't followed any of that in a long time.
But like I in the reselling channels I follow, they talk about it, right? Because now they can't. Like a lot of the resellers I follow would go to Walmart or Target every Friday at noon because that's when they would put their new stock out. So there would be a little, like they would say there would literally be a line at Target at the Pokemon cards.
People would fight over them as soon as they got stocked.
Yeah. And that's what people got stabbed. And that's why yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
It is. It's ridiculous, man.
It's cards, man. They're pieces of paper.
It's cardboard.
Fucking pieces of paper.
Yeah. Oh man.
But people were making money, and not just that. Collectors were looking for the card that they have been looking for 10 years. You know, like
get fucking stabbed.
Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. But go to card stores. If you know a gaming store, right, that does like card gaming or like Warhammer, stuff like that, like they sell those kind of stuff, you could likely find some of that stuff there. I do know that one of the retro stores I visit has started selling cards. Mostly like rare cards, like not packs. Excuse me. But now that they
too much of the light.
Yeah, but a little bit too much. Yeah. But they
bubbly.
Little bubbly. They started selling. I think they might start selling the packs and the boosters and stuff. Now that their competition that they couldn't compete with, like Walmart or Target, is no longer doing it. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll make money off of it too.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's just something that came to mind that I thought we should touch on a little bit because it's part of the fandom.
It's gaming, so
it is gaming. Yeah. It's not video gaming, but it's gaming.
Yeah, it's entertainment, you know, and it's something that I enjoy. I don't play these games, but I collect the cards, and not because I want to collect the cards.
Yeah.
Not because I think they're valuable or anything. Like I enjoy the art styles. I enjoy the artwork. I enjoy I don't know. I enjoy the style of the game and stuff. It's just not something that I find entertaining to play for 2 hours.
I have a binder somewhere of all my old favorite ones too.
Yeah, I mean, I have an entire shelf down here, like 3,000 Magic the Gathering cards, a couple hundred Pokemon cards. You know, like nothing serious on the Pokemon side. Not any big cards on the Magic the Gathering card, like not any rare cards. I have a few, I guess, but like
he's not worth stabbing, is what he wants to say.
Yeah, don't come to my house, please. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to do. It's fun to collect.
Come to my house. I dare you.
I dare you.
Caleb Fry, get over.
Caleb. I warn you, Caleb. It's not worth it.
Come on over.
Okay.
I'll cook you your last meal.
All right, sir.
Such a kind host I am. Say what?
I want to say right now.
Yeah.
2 things.
Okay.
First, please like, subscribe, comment down below your favorite video game series of all time. And then come stab me for saying all this.
And don't forget to share with your friends.
Don't forget to share it with your friends and check us out on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that I have not posted on at all. But
and this was not possible without our sponsor, Raid Shadow. Nope, just kidding.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
Go check out our merch. We don't have any. But I believe this is complete in box.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe we're there.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Look, man, it doesn't have the packaging still on it. The cellophane's gone. But the manual's there, the inserts are there, the disc is only sort of scratched. But it's complete in box.
It'll still play.
Trust me.
And that's all that matters.
They know.
And it's worth playing. And don't you forget it.
All right, man. Episode 6, complete in box. Done. Ready to go. EA. Pick up Brutal Legend. Check out SSX. Check out that game. Because
EA's not that bad.
no, EA
They're
is
just
not
terrible.
that. EA is that bad.
EA, it's gotten pretty lame. Sorry.
And
I
on
just
that
had to throw
note,
it. Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, you guys enjoy your